Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. This is Krisztina. All right, guys, today I'm here with the full moon in Cancer video, and today is Christmas, December 25th. So I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas, and if you are celebrating Kwanzaa tomorrow, I would like to also wish you a happy Kwanzaa as well. This is the day when we are actually seeking for salvation, redemption. So today we're going to talk about the moon, but first, actually, I would like to read you just a few, pages, 2 pages from my book. Some of you know I wrote a book which is Uma Kriko. Let me see. Let's talk about that. And this is a book about taboos for teens. So it's about sex, reproduction, death, bullying, racism, and how to cope with it, all right? And a lot of compassion. But the book, because I am an astrologer and a therapist, it's also include a lot of little story about the moon, since I'm obsessed with the moon. And so I will read just a little bit before. All right, so the family watched the sunset together from the lanai, waiting for the full moon to rise. This was one of Uma's favorite monthly magical events. Simon also loved to watch the moon rise. He thought it was mesmerizing. He got lost in the starry sky as he studied the constellation with his new telescope. They were fortunate to have a house on the shore. Heaven is for real if you live by the ocean, sighed Uma. They all agreed that the sunset was mesmerizing and felt otherworldly. Before it set for the day, it covered everything with its warm pinkish, purplish, and orange rays. After it entirely disappeared, the darkness crept upon them. The temperature dropped immediately. Lightning appeared in the dark blue, velvety sky and gently warned them about the coming storm. They were ready for the moon to rise. While waiting for the very first sign of the moon to show off its silver rays, Uma was looking around, feeling grateful for everything she had and everyone she met. Her heart filled with gratitude, watching the boys and the dog. It was quiet and peaceful. There were no airplanes or cruise ships around, only a few sailboats far away on the horizon. On their far left, the evening lights of the nearby city sparkled like shiny rubies and diamonds. Hiding behind the evening fog, the waves trembled and strengthened. The tide was ready to show its power, trying to sweep away the men far on the shore. He tried so hard to resist the ocean, but it was bigger than life, so powerful, and pulled the sand under his feet. Simon giggled, watching the men battle with the waves. Uma closed her eyes, listening the ocean washing the shore. Its tremble synchronized with her heartbeat. The smell of the coming storm, the overwhelming smell of the dead seaweed, and the salty ocean satisfied her soul. Their next neighbor started to burn Palo Santo and play the drum. Mr. Pirpir was very spiritual, and his chanting flew high in the breeze. It was peaceful. Uma opened her eyes just in time, watching the moon peeking through the horizon. It was enormous. First, it appeared fiery orange from the setting sun, the yin and the yang. Only for a second, they meet twice a day, reaching out for each other, joining for a nanosecond, just like platonic lovers, then fast disappearing again. The sun left, so the moon could shine independently with all its potential being whole without him. All right. So here it is, the moon. I am obsessed with the moon. And we call the moon actually with my family Uma, and that's the woman in my book, the main character also called Uma, but I call the moon Uma because of my younger son didn't talk until he was 3.5 years old. His only word was Uma, and he called and he referred the full moon to that. So since then, I called the Uma unique, magical, and authentic. And I always get something from my amazing family, which is like very moon related. And I'm going to try to show you here. Let me see. This is my little moon, like light. And look at that. I got that for Christmas today. Okay, so this is actually the 124th piece of model, and it's the first one was made for NASA. And my husband is a Scorpio stellium. He's really, really romantic, and he tries all the time to mesmerize me. And this model actually so unique. It's handmade. And every single crater on the moon, the 165, it's exactly where it is. So the model is perfect, and it is symbolizing and exactly like the moon, a miniature version of the moon. So I'm totally happy with that. All right, guys, and right now, after bragging a little bit, I'm going to share the screen of the full moon. The full moon going to happen in Cancer. So it's in our sign. So it's very, very powerful, right? Because the moon rules Cancer. Let me share the screen with you guys. Here it is. All right. So the moon, when full moon appears in heaven, we know the moon opposing the sun, all right? So they are really far from each others and they opposing each others. The full moon, actually, it is an ending. It is a closure in our life, something end of contract, or, ending something, whatever doesn't serve us anymore. The moon in Cancer going to be in 4 degrees. So it's the very first decan over here. So actually it's representing very Cancerian energy. And if you check the archetype, first of all, if you want to talk about the moon a little bit, then the moon is representing your emotions, also your subconscious, your feelings, your tears, motherhood, women in general, and the public in general. But it is your home. It is also very nurturing energy. It's representing your home and real estate as well. And it's also representing Apple, and actually it's associated with your dogs as well. All right. So let's see what's happening during the full moon. Cancer, it's a really, really nurturing energy, and it's ruled by moon. So it's in rulership this time. The sun is opposing in Capricorn. Capricorn, it's a very, very powerful and strong energy ruled by Saturn. But the sun not necessarily like to be here because of the sun rules the 5th house, and it's in fall actually in Aquarius, because Aquarius ruled by Saturn and Uranus, but Saturn, so also it doesn't feel happy in Capricorn either. All right, so let's see what's going on here. I'm going to talk a little bit about all the planets and the picture when the moon is happening. And also, I read it a little bit from my book because I wanted you guys to know tomorrow very early morning, if you peek out when the sun is rising, the sun and the moon going to actually look each other's in heaven. It's going to be visible, the full moon and the sun in the same time. you know, the king and the queen going to actually stare each other, the father and the mother, because that's what it's represent. That is father figure, moon is mother figure, and they're going to look each other for a little while, and it's going to be visible. Also, it's very important, this moon haven't happened on Christmas full moon since 19 years, and the next one going to be mid of 30s. So it's going to be 2035, I believe, the next one. So it's very, very rare when it's happening on Christmas. So it's really important for us, the nurturing energy. Okay, let's see what kind of pictures we have in the sky before we're going to go into what does it mean for all of us. All right. So first of all, look at that. The moon is sextiling with Jupiter. All right. Jupiter is in retrograde, so it's not that powerful, but it's in Taurus. So it's actually seeking for comfort and luxury, and also peace, and it's down to earth over here, but it's a blessing. It's blessing animals, for example, farms, and you know, the second house that Taurus rules, it is your values, and it is also a money excess over here. So it's trying to bring in comfort financially. And the moon, actually, it's real estate. So we might going to hear positive news the next 6 months about real estate market, which could be a blessing. Actually, it could be something fixed and stabilized over here, because Taurus is a fixed earth sign. Okay, blessing coming through something what is fixed and earthy energy in real estate. All right, what else does it make? Look at the moon. The moon also going to create a trine with Saturn. Saturn is actually ruling the sun, okay, over here in Capricorn right now. So it's very important, the Lord of Karma. Saturn is endurance, encouragement, dignity and honor and recognition, but also fear and also delay and decay and death. But it is in Pisces. Pisces, anything to do with spirituality, with art and spirituality, with the underprivileged people. So over here, I would say also, like in mundane perspective, we are going to maybe build shelter, or we're going to hear news about the government. Saturn is the government, is actually trying to have those tiny houses for underprivileged people, like ending homelessness, trying to somehow end homelessness. Or it could be like something with single mothers, or you know, like anything to do with motherhood, and definitely it could be single mothers over here, or underprivileged mother, and they are trying to host them and shelter them. And it could be on the areas actually where is war right now, but definitely it could be an indication for that blessing for mothers and blessing for the veterans, because of Pisces, also the underprivileged. So it could be the veterans over here and building home for them. This is a mystic eye, what is creating with Jupiter and Saturn. So definitely it's a blessing here. And let me see what else does it make. So then we're going to check actually the sun, which is the moon is creating, it's become full moon because the sun is opposing, and the sun is actually trining Jupiter. So that is a very earthy energy here, guys. So that is something fixed, something stable. Government is trying to help with something. It could be like the interest rate is going to go down significantly, or they're going to try to create something which is going to be stable for some. Yes, that is definitely there. This is a mini grand trine right over here. So this is really great and an abundant and a very, very auspicious aspect here. And then we can check what else here? Saturn also, which is the moon trining with also creating a sextile with the sun. And look at that over here, this envelope here, but it's another mini grand trine and two mystic triangle here, right? So there is a lot of auspicious aspect going on. And don't forget, Saturn is actually conjuncting formal heart, which is Archangel Gabriel. So it's giving an extra positive flavor for it. And then what else? Yes, here is Jaume, and this is the asteroid of, she's a midwife, and you know, she gave birth to the volcanoes also, and it is in Scorpio over here, and Scorpio represents volcanoes, right? And it is trining with the moon. So it could be like we're going to hear some kind of activity, volcanic activity, and I'm not talking about Iceland only, maybe, you know, Italy or anything like a Hawaiian volcanoes also going to get, or New Zealand gonna get activated somehow. Even if it's a trine, it means like it's get activated, maybe it's not going to be terrible, you know, like it's not going to erupt. It's not going to be an eruption, but it could be still some kind of activity, and we're going to learn about that. And also midwifery, because of Scorpio rules the 8th house, and it's pregnancy, anything with reproductive system. So it could be like they are coming up with some kind of I believe there will be more birth centers born all over in the world, and it's not going to, it's going to be more like a woman's going to go to birth centers and not in hospitals and giving birth, you know, like in regularly, just how it's supposed to be. And also, I would think it will be also great for fertility, some kind of fertility treatment as well. It could be really great for that in the good news as well. All right, so let's see what else can we talk about here. So this is a sky picture here. I'm going to actually stop the share and let's see, and then we're going to talk about the full moon here. So we were talking about the archetype of the moon, and we were talking about what the moon is representing, especially what the full moon is representing in our life. We also were talking about Saturn, like Saturn is the taskmaster, but you know, actually because of that sextile is indicating some kind of great, amazing opportunity for us. And you know, Saturn is structure and responsibility as well, and we might going to need more responsibility with motherhood. So I would think there is some kind of help, or you know, like a lot of mother going to become maybe a little bit even more strict, you know, like love your children, but make sure you are strict and you are actually their behavior going to require some kind of consequences. And that's how we're going to move forward actually with mothering over here. And we were talking about also Jupiter, which is expansion and growth and optimism, and that sextile with the moon is definitely beneficial for us and for everyone, right? And then we're going to go, first I'm going to talk about the geopolitical implication and some weather related and the war and peace aspect over here. But then after that, I'm going to try to mention each individual sign over here. All right, so definitely the geopolitical implication over here, you know, full moon in Cancer, it's something to do with your home. And Saturn over there, because it trines with it, it could indicate a focus on security and stability in international relationships as well. So definitely there is some kind of negotiation behind the scene going on because of Pisces. Saturn is in Pisces, so that's behind the scene, some kind of in some kind of diplomatic matters, right? And then Chiron also stationing direct on the 26th. And, you know, I didn't mention that before, but Chiron is the wounded healer. and it's turning direct. So it might bring unresolved geopolitical wounds to the forefront, actually, encouraging healing and learning from the past conflict for all of us. If we are going to check the stock market, as I said, Taurus rules the financial axis, right? And how May actually is in Scorpio, trining the full moon. I mentioned that as well. So, and actually Jupiter is in Taurus and Jupiter is beneficial. So that's going to suggest caution with optimism in financial market. Why? Because people going to feel like, you know what, crypto went up like crazy right now. I know it's gonna go up even a lot higher, and I'm going to buy a lot of crypto or Bitcoin. So, you know, reevaluate actually your investment, because Jupiter is in retrograde, and don't put all your eggs in one basket, please. But, you know, if you are focusing on long-term stability, definitely it would be a great time right now to check out your options, especially because of Mercury still going to trine with Jupiter one more time on January 19, 2024. And, you know, anything what came back for you from the past, it could be beneficial. Yes. So you know, that's that. All right. So there could be increased interest in investment in healthcare, pharmaceuticals, for example, and also creative industries, anything to do with script writing, with publishing. Jupiter is publishing, or you know, like philosophy and learning philosophy or higher education. Definitely focus on that. All right, if we are checking the war and peace between nations over here, which is very, very disturbing for all of us. Cancer is the mother. And we have to check right now the Cancer and Pisces influence, right? Because it's a trine with Saturn over there, and Archangel Gabriel is there as well, which is formal heart. So it's going to bring in more peace negotiation, more actually empathy toward to each others. I believe so. So it's encouraging actually a resolution for the conflict. And it's going to encourage us to become compassionate and understanding. And also here, Chiron direct, it could signify a turning point and addressing the root causes of conflict. So right now they're gonna go back to the roots, because the wounded healer over there, where is the wound coming from? So they're gonna go back all the way back to the conflict, and that's how they're going to resolve actually the issue between those countries. You know, I'm talking about obviously Ukraine and Russia, Israel and Palestine, and you know, even China over there with Taiwan. So there is a major conflict. Okay. And then let's see the Cancerian influence over here, because of the weather could change. And why? Because of, you know, Saturn is in Pisces, so that's the oceans, that's big body of water. And then the Cancer full moon could actually bring water, could bring flood actually, and a lot of rainwater could come in. So definitely big body of waters. It is like flood, but is that flash floods, and you know, like the snow is coming but quickly going to melt, and it's going to increase the water, and the condition going to be extreme. All right. So let's see something with real estate, because of Cancer, and the moon is also real estate. And the moon is associated with home. And because it's trining Jupiter in Taurus, and Jupiter in Taurus is comfort and luxury, and also stability. People are seeking for stability. And Taurus also representing lands and farmlands. So this astrological setup could indicate a favorable period for real estate. And you know, we might going to seek for comfort and luxury. So a lot of people going to actually renovate their house or get a mortgage right now. This is because of, you know, it's still Taurus, it's still an axis of financial access. So money is coming in, the foundation is coming in, and Taurus is fixed sign. So So it is like, all right, some fixed rate could come in, which is going to be a long-term benefit, and it's going to support the real estate investment. All right, so I'm not going to talk anything more about the archetype of Cancer. We know that is protection, nurturing, very emotional. That's your subconscious. Definitely, it's going to prioritize motherhood, women, dogs in general. But right now, I would like to talk for each individual sign just a tiny little bit, and I'm going to mention just the full moon over here. So let's see, Aries rising, sun and moon. It's going to happen in your fourth house. So obviously fourth house ruled by Cancer for you. It's in the same house and the same size, same sign where it's supposed to be. So it's very powerful for you guys. Definitely there is an amazing opportunity for you guys to focus on family life. Something is ending over here, like your living situation is ending, but it might bring in an amazing new opportunity to sell your real estate or buy a new real estate. And financially, it could be contribute some kind of stability. And actually, it's coming from home. So it has to be stability from real estate selling over there. You can actually create a home office also if you would like to. So that's great. Or you can actually renovate or redesign your home. Straighten your family values. So anything with home matters. Or you can become a real estate agent, right? All right, let's see. Taurus rising, sun and moon, it's going to happen in your third house. Third house, anything to do with your siblings, short distance traveling, communication, sales, anything to do with your neighborhood community and neighborhood. So you might going to actually give up on your neighborhood or your local community is going to come to a conclusion, to an end. Maybe you're going to actually have, you don't want to commute anymore, and you're going to end a way of traveling for commute over here. It could be like you are selling your car or you are leaving your community. It could be also like ending a relationship with a friend. But again, because the full moon has beautiful aspects over here, I would say if you are ending something, it is a good end. And then it's bringing in new friends, it's bringing in new community, which is going to be more beneficial, more auspicious for you. You can actually finish a study and get licensed. Maybe you're going to study or studied astrology and you finish a course over here. All right, Gemini rising, sun and moon, it's happening in your second house, anything to do with personal finances and with your values over here. So check your career. How is your job going to impact your finances? Actually, it's going to be creating some kind of financial security for you over here. You might going to give up on earnings, but you're only going to give it up because something else, something more stable or long-term is coming in for you. So you also have to adjust your real estate investment and the strategies about your real estate investment over here. So you're going to start to focus on savings and how should you save money and what to invest in, what kind of assets do you have actually to invest in, and how can you preserve your money. That's going to be very, very important for you. And the values in your family going to change. Married gonna be very, very important for you. Okay. All right, Cancer rising, sun and moon. Let's see what's going to happen for you. It's going to happen in your first house. That is your personal goals. The way you are representing yourself to society and the way you are representing your company. So this full moon actually could be great to new branding, new personal branding, and open new professional doors for you. you're going to spend more money on yourself and on your personal goals. So you might going to actually create a home office, or, you know, buy new computers and things like that. Well, you should wait a little bit, you know, because of the lunation is always actually folding out for half year. So, you know, you can wait until, what is that? Mercury goes direct, but, you know, it's still good for you. Okay, so definitely something changing about the way you are representing your company. You might going to actually get rid of, you know, like a stock, or you might have been part of some, maybe you lived in kibbutz or something like that, and you don't want anymore, and you are giving up that kind of living situation. All right, so let's see, Leo rising, sun and moon, what's going to happen for you guys. It is in your 12th house. 12th house is hidden. 12th house, anything to do with afterlife, subconscious, and hidden matters over here. Hidden enemies as well, underprivileged, right? So there is some kind of path right now what you have to approach, and there is a subconscious motivation because you feel like, or maybe you had a dream, and you say, I know what do I have to do with my career. I was not sure before. I didn't know what to pursue, but right now I know what is the path I have to go on. It also could be actually end some kind of difficulties with hidden enemies. They're going to disappear from your life. There is also some kind of uncovered, hidden, or overlooked financial resources. So there could be some identity theft or something to do with you know, like stolen assets, and it could come to the surface right now. There is also secret negotiation, or, you know, because 12th house is your bedroom as well, it could be intensify emotion and some kind of nurturing sexual relationship for you. All right, and it is really good to study spirituality, anything to do with psychological, hidden, or spiritual subject. Virgo rising, sun and moon. It's going to happen in your 11th house. 11th house to do with your aspiration, your friendship, your social circle. It is a luck house also, and it is money from your career as well. So networking, teamwork, it's going to lead actually for achievement over here. You might going to get some kind of amazing bonus paid out from your work, from your career. There is going to be some kind of great collaboration for financial ventures as well for you guys. There is some kind of long-term real estate planning because Saturn, it's trining with Saturn, so it's going to be something great with real estate planning as well. You may be also going to have like a lover out from a friendship zone, and you are planning a family already with the person. Libra rising, sun and moon. It's going to happen in your 10th house. 10th house is honor, recognition, career. That is your public image. All right, so it's highlighting your visibility over here in your professional life, right? Because it's full moon. It is some kind of financial rewards in career, and your career is progressing beautifully. Something with a real estate decision impacting your professional life. You might going to get a career and you have to make a move. Or you're going to actually take your office home and you don't have to commute to work anymore, but that's good. And career-related education is also possible. Maybe your CEO going to pay for your education. All right, Scorpio rising, sun and moon. What's going to happen for you guys? It's going to happen in your 9th house. 9th house is your older siblings, philosophy. It is also publishing, anything to do with foreign matters, passport, visa, immigration, anything to do with long distance traveling, and, you know, philosophy as well, and religion. So over here you have opportunity to growth for international connection, international businesses. You can actually explore some kind of investment opportunity in a foreign country, study a language, get a visa, get a passport, something like that. And anything to overseas property, you might going to sell or buy an overseas property over here. If you would like to change your spiritual belief, that is possible right now for the next half year. And also pursue a high education is also possible for you guys. And I think you're going to travel a lot. All right, Sagittarius rising, sun and moon, it's gonna happen in our 8th house. I'm a Sag rising. And the transformation over here with our shared resources, right? Something with our intimacy. So, you know, the shared resources, I would assume like something with inheritance, something with lawsuit, it could, or a prenup could be really, really positive, turning out positive over here. We can get an amazing interest rate or mortgage actually right now, the next half year, to purchase a home, because of Saturn is in our 4th house and Saturn is giving us stability over there. So we also have to focus on our work as well, because it's also going to create a sextile with our 6th house of work with Jupiter. So that's great. We're going to focus on investment, inheritance, joint finances, but also it is possible to have some kind of good opportunity to have our forever home, and also our career going to explode, and it's going to be beautiful. And, you know, like you're going to have a lot of work, for example. All right, Capricorn rising, sun and moon, what's going to happen for you guys? It is in your 7th house. 7th house, anything to do with public relation, with partnership, significant others, one-on-one relationship, business partnership, and legal matters as well. All right, so professional partnership and collaboration can turn out for you guys positive. You're also going to plan, actually. It's almost like there is a contract possible for you to buy an office building, for example, with a partner. If there is a legal matter, it will turn out positive for you with this Cancer full moon because of the aspect with Saturn and Jupiter. So anything in court, or if you've been sued or you are suing someone, that is going to turn out positive for you. Yeah. All right, let's see. Aquarius rising, sun and moon is going to happen in your 6th house. 6th house, anything to do with your work, daily routine, with your health. So, you know, like you are also finishing up something. Maybe you were sick and finally you have a miraculous healing. Also, there is a work what is not supporting you anymore, you don't want to do, you can get rid of that right now. It could actually bring in like an ending of a puppy, you know, like a small animal, but also it's bringing in a new animal for you. So it could be like you are getting a small pet, or you start a new daily routine, working out and taking care of your health. And also you are capable to have a rental property. So buy a rental property or rent out your home, or have a tenant, which is very auspicious for you and beneficial this time. Yes, but health could be really, really great, and miraculous healing could come over here. And, you know, you're definitely going to go for some kind of skills and knowledge in healthcare, most likely. You know, you could be like that kind who is going to study on your own, but you want to seek for more knowledge in that field. All right, and last but not least, my Pisces, fellow Piscean. All right, so it's gonna happen in our 5th house. You know, I have a Pisces sun, so obviously that's my career. If you have a Pisces moon, that is affecting your motherhood or your mom or your real estate. And if you have a rising, then it's gonna happen in your 5th house. 5th house is your creativity, romance, children, and investment, speculative businesses, joy. All right, so creative project hobbies might going to bring in some kind of new career opportunities. It could also bring in some kind of winning, like a lottery winning for you, financial gains, but financial gains from creativity. So if you are a writer, if you are a singer, even if you are working in like a swimmer, it could come with an honor for you. Real estate, okay, if you want to purchase an entertainment business, or if you want to purchase a clubhouse or a farm, because Taurus, Jupiter could be a farm where you're actually going to entertain people, then it could be really, really great for you. Or because of Saturn in your sign, actually you can create a farm where you can create a healing village. That's my plan. And you can create something, a village where, like where you go, retreat center, or addictology, something like that, Pisces. It would be really great for you. But art is going to be amazing. You're going to have a lot of muse. You're going to learn a lot of spiritual subject. Your dreams could be really vivid over here. All right, guys, so this was my full moon video. If you liked it, please don't hesitate actually to subscribe to my channel and mention anything in the videos, what you agreed with, what you didn't. Let's actually work this road together and learn from each other. So I'm happy to learn. And if you don't agree with me, I'm ready to learn, and we don't have to agree. It's all right, but just please don't be mean. And I hope you like that little part from my book. If you would like to purchase it, it's Uma Kriko is my author name, and that's Let's Talk About That. And it's also a little bit of fun astrology in it. I see you next year with another video. Thank you so much for listening, subscribing, liking, and being here with me. Bye for now.